There are two distinct differences for me, a weakness and an opportunity. A lot of people think a weakness is an opportunity, and I think sometimes it's wordsmithing. But to me, this is really what a weakness is. If you decide your store or your unit is going to be open from 6 in the morning till 10 at night, and you start to open at 6:30 or you close a bit early, that's a weakness. What you've decided there is to go against what you've already told your customer, and you're not running your business in a basic way. An opportunity is for somebody to come in and say, you know what, 6 to 10 may make sense, but at certain times of the year we should open at 5 in the morning and stay open till 11. That's an opportunity. You may look at your range of goods, and you may not be carrying the range all the time because you're trying to save a bit of inventory. That being the case, the weakness is not carrying the category of merchandise you promised your customers. The opportunity is to go in and analyze the brand and the range and say, you know, we can add 6 or 8 items to this range. That's an opportunity. The wrong thing to do is to work on opportunities first before you resolve the weaknesses. So you really have to make sure you have a structured approach with discipline to the things you said you were going to do and deliver to the customers. Then you come along and say, is that good enough? Can we embellish it? Can we improve it? There are many instances to that, but the thing is, somebody's got to get the discipline right first. And it has to be consistent, and people have to understand the ownership behind it. Then you can move into an arena of looking for additional opportunities. The key, first of all, is to understand what is the game plan, what is the format, what is the discipline that's been documented, what is the understanding of the discipline that's been documented, and what is the follow-up. Now you can be a bit objective and go in, and you can analyze all that quickly. And many companies do a reasonably good job, but in an inconsistent way of following up on those weaknesses. So MMU can come in and help you really be objective in saying, are we doing the things we said we were going to do? That's critical. And it's easier to be objective when you're outside the company than when you're in the company. But the second part is, MMU can come along and say, you know, have we thought about this? Have we thought about pricing? We've looked at the pricing, you've got everything priced the way you said it should be priced, but there may be some opportunities for other kinds of pricing. It could be less, it could be more, it could be multiple pricing, it could be displays. There may be a planogram or a line drawing that says this is exactly the way you should set up your merchandise. But MMU can come along and say, you know, the confectionery that you've set up, let's talk a bit about best practice in companies that have produced an awful lot more profit by dealing with the profitability of each item by lineal footage. You may not have been doing that. You may have just simply put it out. It may be inconsistent from one unit to another, as opposed to identical and the same. But MMU can come in and at least look at the consistency and then say, we've got a better way of doing it based on our experience. We've worked with many different companies, and there's a much more effective way of setting up a planogram or a line drawing. That's the experience that really produces a return on investment within a company. And that's why MMU has a group of people who've worked with countries all over the world and many businesses can bring that to your business. And that's really what you need if you're going to get better at what you're doing and producing better numbers.